let us also commit to hearing from Coco on the need to eliminate all forms of animal captivity. There will be no more zoo animals. There will be no more testing on animals. There will no longer be any animal products used by humans. Being in captivity sucks. This lesson we learned from Coco is this. Join me today as we unravel the story of this woman took a selfie with a gorilla. When she saw the photo, she was shocked. But before we dig down deep, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to get updated whenever a new video is published. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. What happened? Coco, the Western lowland gorilla that became a worldwide celebrity after mastering sign language, passed away at 46. The Gorilla Foundation was run by animal psychologist Dr. Francine Penny Patterson, who trained Coco hand signals as per the group that tended. According to reports, the famed super simian vanished in her slumbers group's preserve in Woodside, California. Patterson, who is 71 years old, told ABC News that she was perfect in every way, that she's well aware of how blessed and how beautiful her life has been, and indeed because of Coco. That's how she sees it. She added that Coco has a significant influence on me. Dr. Penny Patterson received her PhD in development psychology from Stanford University, wherein she began her research with Coco, a one-year-old Western lowland girl. In 1972, as a doctorate student, she started the world's most comprehensive interaction study, Organisation for Gorillas. Coco provides unrivaled insight into a gorilla's mind by conveying her feelings and views through a series of 1,000 gesture phrases. It's not the only one. Dr. Patterson worked with Michael, a male gorilla who learned hand signals and then used it to tell his story of losing his parents to poachers when he was a kid. Dr. Patterson, Dr. Ronald Cohn, and the late Barbara F. Hiller found the Gorilla Foundation in 1976 to aid captive gorillas and many others attempting to survive in a rapidly disappearing African rainforest. The charity collects data about animals and the environment. The organisation promotes gorilla behaviour and psychobiology through its site www.coco.org, newsletter, scientific conferences and articles. These organisations work to conserve, preserve and propagate gorillas and other endangered primates. Dr. Patterson has won numerous awards and accolades from her research with Coco and her companion gorillas Michael and Derma, notably National Geographic Organisation funding and the Rolex Award for Business. She's the author of almost 40 books, notably Eugene Linden's Coco Education and Nobel Prize children's novels. The Gorilla Foundation is working challenging to balance Coco's legacy for the benefit of gorillas and great apes, particularly pioneering interspecies interaction and developing a potentially powerful Coco app for humans and other great apes to learn from. Who is Coco? Constructing a new natural gorilla refuge in Maui, Hawaii, and learning hand signals straight through Coco. Coco was born in San Francisco Zoo on July 4, 1971, and was given to Patterson at just age of 1 for a Stanford University interspecies contact study. Hana Beko had been granted her name at birth, meaning fireworks girl in Japanese. Despite this, she was immediately identified by her nickname, Coco. Patterson collected over $12,000 to legalise Coco's reunification with the San Francisco Zoo, as a symbol of interspecies dialogue and compassion, and also as a spokesperson for all gorillas. Coco has a significant impact on people's lives. She was well liked and will be missed immensely. She stayed with Patterson for her entire life, acquiring status as being one of world history's most remarkable intellectual gorillas, beloved by millions as per the Gorilla Organisation. Coco has indeed been visited by several performers throughout the years, according to Patterson. Leonardo DiCaprio takes on the role of her tutor. She clutched on her lap Mr. Rogers, the love emblem, as well as the hostess of the children's TV show. After she got to her cage, she tickled William Shatner's genitalia and lifted his head, telling Coco that he adored her repeatedly. Betty White, who met Coco in 2012, described staring through the eyes of a 300-pound gorilla, then hearing her explain to her whatever she's feeling as humbling. Robin Williams, an entertainer, burst out laughing when he saw Coco. In 2016, Coco collaborated with Red Hot Chili Peppers bassist Flea. This is the most pleasing thing that has ever happened to me. Upon presenting his centre to Coco and witnessing her pick it, Flea stated, "Today is the day. I'm going to recognise this for the rest of my life." Coco, a speaking gorilla, first premiered at the Cannes Film Festival in 1978 and several other movies about the gorilla. Coco has indeed appeared twice on the cover of National Geographic magazine. Despite not having offspring of her own, Coco fostered a kitten in 1983, a greyish male minx called All Ball. She got so famous that she taught herself how and when to sign autographs for admirers. Coco learned approximately 1,000 phrases in sign language and comprehended over 2,000 words given to her in English, as per the Gorilla Foundation, thanks to Patterson's advice. In 1985, a vehicle collided with her cat. Coco had been devastated for a long time and was in grave danger. When probed more about the cat, she said she helped Patterson write Coco's cat a children's book about everything. Coco was given a gift container, a litter of kittens, by the Gorilla Foundation staff in 2015. Coco chose 2 kittens, naming them Ms. Grey and Ms. Black, including using sign language to inform her instructor that they are now her kids. According to the organisation, Coco's capacity for expressiveness and compassion has awakened the hearts and minds of countless. Coco's services to our knowledge of animals, personal life and intelligence have many similarities, but let's be sure about everything and anything. Coco has nothing to do with us, even though she had a lot stolen from her. She had no say in the outcome of her life. She, just like all the other inmates, was indeed a captive survivor. Coco was born in a zoo and then removed from her mother at a young age to be exploited as a study subject. She had an extraordinary life that piqued people's curiosity. Dr. Francie Penny Patterson was directly exposed to Coco during the first year of his life. Coco was taught how and when to speak with people using multiple languages by Dr. Patterson. Coco and Dr. Patterson are very well, and their relationship has also been exaggerated for generations. Coco's capacity to communicate with people has been the foundation of Dr. Patterson's whole career. Animal slavery. Humanity doesn't really require or even have the right to imprison an intelligent, morally complex individual to educate them on speaking our language. It is not required to influence and study the behaviour of trapped animals to realise that they are intelligent and empathic beings. In contrast to the pompous practices of in-car creating live beings and forcing them to coercively speeches and tests, scientists Jane Goodall and Joy Poole discovered that understanding animals' own thoughts and interacting may help humans better comprehend them. Both have studied animals in their native habitats without resorting to intrusive methods. Animals shouldn't have to justify their existence to us. Human awe, on the other hand, doesn't really explain their misinterpretation. What has humanity accomplished in understanding that apes like Coco and other primates are extraordinarily emotional and, in many ways, human-like? Have we taken action as a result of this encounter? Recognising that torturing and humiliating animals in research labs, zoos and circuses are immoral, do we currently make a conscious effort to protect wild apes from forest destruction and poaching? Clearly, the suffering causes to Coco has had just a small positive effect on apes and other animals. Most have already been talking about Coco's upbringing, much of it rubbish due to her abnormal and lonely life as a research subject and famous beauty. Personally, I'd wait till the research was finished. Wild apes live approximately 30 to 50 years in general, based on species, environment and gender. In confinement, they may live considerably longer. Following their research, these apes were transported to numerous private museums and zoos to live out their days in less spectacular circumstances, much like child stars who peaked at a young age. They could wind up in shelters if they're lucky. Coco spent considerable time inside her own trailer watching TV, as shown in a previous caretaker, which, although it inherits demands, it also is not as enjoyable as living a happy life. Concerns have also been expressed about Coco being impregnated by a male gorilla from the Cincinnati Zoo. Since these two gorillas did not produce a reproductive connection, no child was conceived. Nadome, on the other hand, may have received less attention and maintenance than Coco. The accompanying order contains more information. Several former employees informed Forsyth of the 8th issue blog in 2012 that Nadome may have been mistreated for years. For generations, this has been possible to understand extremely socially advanced species and how each species has its own unique source of learning and interaction. This has been acknowledged by the caring individuals who work with animals to help them. Let us remember Coco's demise, rather than dramatising her life. Coco should have been given permission to go. She should have stayed with her people. Instead, she was a guinea pig. Coco is someone that deserved respect. She was compelled to die in the hands of the people as an oppressed being. She was given particular joys and perhaps even deep compassion, but her true destiny as a mature woman was denied. And that is it for today's video. Is using animals for contact or study justifiable? Does caging animals just like a zoo, can it be called animal slavery? How can we protect animals from being a guinea pig of science? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Before leaving, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to get updated on our future content. With that being said, see you in the next one.